All right, hey everybody, welcome back. We're going to be doing a flight out of Southern California here today. I'm going to be showing you a little bit about the new setup I have going here. This is a lot of firsts today. This is my first time using the PilotEdge Network. This is my first time running this simulator since I did a motherboard BIOS update. So I'm taking you guys along for the test trial here. And this thing might crash out on me like it's been doing, which is why I did the motherboard update. We might have no issues at all. So bear with me as I'm working through this stuff. I haven't flown the simulator in a little while, so we're going to be using the OnAir manager career mode. So I haven't been on this thing in a while, so there's a whole lot of you guys will be crawling through this thing with me. So if you want to speed things up, you can watch this video at 1.5x or faster speeds if you alright. So you can see here in the top right hand corner of your screen, I have us here on the ground at Chino Airport. I have a flight plan in here where we're going from Chino to NUC. Let's see. NUC is San Clemente Island Tower. I think I might have seen that it's a military airport. Don't quote me on that, but I guess we'll see as we're working through this flight plan. So if you pull it up on the map, this is what we're looking at here. We are in Southern California, and that San Clemente is on an island here. Alright. So generally, we're going to be flying to the southwest. I don't know why it isn't updating my position here. Why it's telling me it's not sitting right. Okay, there it goes. That looks more like it. So we're going to be flying at a heading of 208 degrees, so to the southwest for a distance of 74 miles. So that all looks good there. And it passes the does it look right check. So let's look at Airline Manager here, OnAir Manager. So this is a cool add-on for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Some of you may have seen it before if you're familiar with Microsoft Flight Simulator. So what this allows us to do is give ourselves some goals for the simulator. So it's not just booting it up and trying to come up with an idea of what do we want to fly for a route today. We can actually go and see what's out there in the world for simulated jobs. We can book ourselves out for one of these jobs and fly it. So we're on the dashboard page here. Current cache. We started ourselves on easy mode, so we have a ton of cache. So we can go into pending jobs. And this is the current job we're working right now. So you can see I've flown a good portion of it already. We're waiting on this last leg here from Chino to San Clemente. Our home base out of OnAir Manager, where we're set up, where our FBO is, where we park the aircraft for free every night, is John Wayne here, SNA. Now, bear with me, I'm not super familiar with this local flying area. I'm personally located in the Northeast, so I'm getting to know this flying area as I fly it. Hopefully I don't make any mistakes and piss off anybody on the PilotEdge Network, so we'll see. So one of the things that I found with this, if I go and look at I think it's the cash flow statement. See, we started off when we were flying our missions, we were doing okay. We had income coming in. So let's see, income here. So $5,000 here, $5,000 here. These are for payment for cargo and goods delivered, payment for passengers delivered, payment for cargo. So we were making some money. You know, expenses, we're paying parking fees and for fuel until I went 2 months without flying this thing. And then we just see parking fee, parking fee, parking fee. So I had this thing parked at Chino for 2 months since the start of November. So we racked up, I think it was about $5,000 total in parking fees. So note to self for next time. Thankfully we're on easy mode, so we started out with tons of cash. But note to self, if you're going to sign yourself up for one of these jobs, make sure you know you can fly the whole job before you park the aircraft for 2 months. Otherwise you're paying parking fees. All right, so let's get ourselves set up for the flight here. Let's see. I think it's live operations map. So here's our little guy here at Chino. Here's our airplane here. You can see we got 35 out of 56 gallons. The airplane's in good condition. Engine's in good condition. Max payload for our Cessna G1000 here. It's a Cessna 172. We have actually this is wrong. We have an instrument, steam gauges in what we're going to be flying today, but ignore that. That's a simulator-ism. Right. So let's prepare the aircraft for the flight. So you can see we had passengers here, 2 passengers. We dropped them off at Chino. So now we're sitting here. We're picking up these guys that need to go to St. Clemente. So we're going to board them first. That brings our gross weight up to 2470 about. So we can take a little bit more fuel if we want to take off at max gross. We said we're flying 74 nautical miles. If we're flying at 120 knots, you can figure that's going to take between 30, we'll call it 45 minutes. So we would need an hour and a half of fuel to get there and back if we didn't want to refuel there. I did look, so we're taking off from Chino here, so we have fuel here. We can refuel if I want to jump out of here and go look at the pending jobs. We can go look at KNUC St. Clemente. So we can see here. I guess it's behind. I guess you're not able to see it. I can use this way. So you can see here. I don't know what P-O-O-P poop is about, but San Clemente, if we hover over here, you can see it has 100 low-lead fuel available. They have 5,000 gallons available. So if we decide when we're there that we do want to fuel up, that is an option. So we're not completely SOL if we have a fuel issue. All right. So let's go back to the live operations map where we were setting up. I just wanted to make sure that they had fuel there. So they do. So we wanted our passengers to board. I'm going to top us off with fuel. Go right up to max takeoff. 25.58 is what we can do. So we'll call it 25.50. So that gives us more than 75% full fuel. At max gross weight, this much fuel, max gross weight, so if we have 48 gallons, figure this airplane's burning about 10, 12 gallons an hour. So that would give us about 4 hours of flight time. So for this hour and a half flight, we have absolutely plenty. Not worried about taking off full fuel. The weather, I checked ATC earlier. I don't remember what it was. We'll double check that before we go. Let's confirm that payload. Actually, I want this. So I'm actually going to pull this over here. So this is PilotEdge. This is the network that we're flying on for live ATC, so that we're talking to a real controller today. All these airplanes in red, these are current live pilots on the network, so you can see there's going to be people out there that we're flying with today. What I wanted to show you, so we can go Pilot Center, ATIS. Okay, where do we say? Chino. I just want to check the ATIS. So temperature is 17, so 17 degrees Celsius. That's not, we're going to have plenty of power available from our Cessna today, so I'm not concerned about taking off full fuel. We get all the runway in the world right now at Chino, so no concerns. Let me just make sure where we're going. Where we're going. Yeah, so that's a long runway there too, so I'm not worried about being full of fuel. And it's typically better to have too much fuel than not enough, so we're going to go ahead with that. So we're preparing for the flight. We loaded up the passengers. We full of fuel. Confirm fuel and payload. Am I just going around in circles now? So what's going on here? Yeah, like I said, I'm not super familiar with this guy. We'll fly now. Connecting. Okay, so passengers are loaded, cargo is loaded, fuel load is finishing. We're going from KCNO, and we're going to KNUC. Select crew passenger. Okay, we don't have any employees. Okay, I think we're ready to... So no cargo loaded. We have our 2 passengers loaded. Yep, we got our 48 gallons of fuel, so let's go to the flight tracking page. Okay, Chino. File destination, Chino. That's not right. Can we go back? Error occurred. No. I must have done something wrong. Okay, we did that. I don't know why it's saying our destination is Chino. Down here it's right. Flight plan. Did I not do a correct flight plan or something? I wonder if I board that. Let's try that again. 86, boarded our passengers. Fly now. Oh, that's why. KNUC. I typed in our starting location here, and I typed in our destination down here. That's why. Okay, destination San Clemente. Alternate. If we have an issue, we're going to go back to John Wayne. All right, our passengers are loaded. Fuel's good. Sorry about that. Okay, Chino to San Clemente. John Wayne's our alternate. This is John Wayne right here. So if we have any issues, this is where we're going. If we get out here and we have issues, we're turning back and going here. All right, the date, simulated fuel is good, 48, total payload, 570, good. We're in our Cessna. Okay, I think we're going to start tracking. Okay, so it started our session. It's waiting for the aircraft to start. So now that that's up and running, I think we can make sure it failed to create. Okay. I'm looking at our PilotEdge client. I don't know what this is all about. Failed to create aircraft. So, model. So, we're going to give it a shot. I don't know what that means. Alright, so let's see. So here we are at Chino. Let's hop in the aircraft. Okay. What's going on here? Alright, we'll get that out of the way. Sip some coffee. Okay, so we're going to throw the masters on. I think we can turn our strobes on and turn the beacon on. Alright, we'll get that out of the way because it annoys me. So I think we need to open the fuel cutoff valve. We can make sure our mixture is full forward. We can crack the throttle just a little bit. We're going to turn. We'll wait for the fuel pump until we're ready to go. Okay, looks like everybody's clear. There's nobody to our left and right that we're worried about. So, let's turn the fuel pump on. And we'll start the engines.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
Alright, so that is our notification that OnAir, our career mode, is now tracking our flight. So it's going to record our takeoff, and it's going to actually monitor our flight for safety best practices as well. Okay, so let's turn some lights on here. We can turn our position lights on. We can turn our taxi lights on. We'll keep the landing light off until we start moving. Okay, avionics coming on.
Henderson ground, Vision Jet 149 Charlie Delta, clear 35 left at Delta, parking straight ahead. 9 Charlie Delta, taxi straight into the ramp, remain this frequency, have a good day. Straight in the ramp, this frequency, 9 Charlie Delta, thanks, you too.
I think we're going to double check ATIS while we're here. So ATIS is 12585. We'll do that on the number 2.
Clear. Temperature 17, dew point 3, altimeter 3010. Arriving and departing runways 26 left, 26 right. Visual approaches in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact that you have information Romeo. Chino Airport, ATIS information Romeo. 2053 Zulu. Wind variable at 4. Visibility 10. Sky conditions clear. Temperature 17.3. Altimeter 3010. Arriving and departing runways 26 left, 26 right. Visual approaches in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact that you have information Romeo.
92 Charlie Alpha, Monty Tower, runway 19, clear for takeoff.
19, clear for takeoff, 2 Charlie Alpha.
T46 November Delta, John Wayne Tower, runway 2 left, clear for takeoff.
2 left, clear for takeoff, 69 Delta.
entirely sure why we're hearing the tower. Let's see. So we have Romeo 3010. We'll type that into our altimeter. Gives us a runway elevation of about 600 feet. Let's double check that with our airport diagram here. Make sure, just because I've never been here before. Alright, Rusty. Elevation 637. Sounds good to me. Okay. Transponder on, standby. Turn it to alt before we take off. 1200 because we're VFR today. Okay, so looking at our airport diagram here. Let's draw this up here. So they said they're taking off 26 right and left. Winds are variable, so they could give us either. Let's see. So now I'm in draw mode. So we're right here in parking. So we can expect they're going to give us this taxiway Alpha.
6 November Delta, turn left heading 240, contact departure.
So there you
Turn
go.
left 240, contact departure, 6 November Delta.
Alpha. So up here, they might say Alpha Papa. This is Papa. Or they'll say 26 left via Alpha, which would be this way. So see what they give us. All right, so we're going to be VFR departure to the southwest to San Clemente. And we have Romeo. Make sure that that's the right stuff I need to be giving them. We're going to do a run-up on our way out. I'm just pausing to think here because I haven't flown with ATC in a while because of the pandemic, so I want to make sure I'm not screwing anything up. I think other than that, we are good to go. I have my checklist here, but I'm kind of neglecting it. Creating bad practices in the simulator. So, all right, I think we're ready to taxi. So let's give them a call. Again, we're at Chino. And where are we parked? Doesn't say here. Just I guess we're midfield off taxiway Alpha if they ask. Chino ground, Cessna 4523 November. Give him a minute. Maybe that was telling me that it disconnected me. Make sure. We're on 1216, so we're on ground. I don't know what that's all about. I think I'm going to disconnect. Try reconnecting.
Number 4523 November, Chino ground.
There it is. Chino ground 4523 November is at GA parking off Alpha. We'd like to taxi or VFR to San Clemente with Romeo.
November 5423 November, good evening, runway 26 right, taxi via Alpha Papa, cross runway 21.
About 6 miles to the northwest. What information uniform to land?
And Cessna 4523 November, runway 26 right, via Alpha Papa, cross 21.
Number 913 November Delta, Lindbergh Tower, cleared into the San Diego Class Bravo airspace, and a right downwind, runway 27, cleared land.
Clear to the Bravo, enter the right downwind, runway 27, clear to land, 3 Delta Alpha Pink.
Okay. So it sounds like they got tower and ground sharing a frequency, so we were kind of getting stepped on there. So let's start our taxi. We're off the brakes. Off the brakes. Check our brakes. They work. But we won't worry about these two guys here. So he gave us 26 right. Via Alpha Papa, which is exactly what we said we were expecting. Look out the right door. Nobody coming. Oh, we just crossed Alpha. That's not good. We need to turn around more. Not good. Already screwed. So let's use the taxiway like the tower told us to do. Hope that they didn't see that. That was a runway right there, so the last thing you want to be doing is encroaching on a runway. That's how you get a stern talking to from the FAA. Told us to cross the 2-1, so we're cleared to do that. Should have double lines here. So we got a red sign on our right telling us we're crossing a runway. Here, yellow lines that we're crossing tell us we're crossing a runway. We can take a quick look to the right, nobody coming. Quick look to the left, nobody coming. Just to double check, make sure that he didn't tell us something wrong.
Mojave Tower, Cessna 1621 Mike's, level 7,500. We're over the windmills, inbound full stop landing with the numbers. 1621 Mike, Mojave Tower, roger, report 3 mile final runway 8. 3 mile file for runway 8, Cessna 1621 Mike.
Alright, so I'm going to stop right here. We're going to use this as our run-up area. So park and brake. Look out our right window, there's nobody behind us. Now, for whatever reason, I see that you guys can't see my monitor here anymore. So let's disconnect that, reconnect it. Alright, why can't you see? That. Okay. Sorry about that. Computer glitches that every once in a while. It does that all the time to me.
Belmar Ground, Cessna 346 Charlie Papa. I'm at general parking. I'm ready to taxi to 24 with information Mike for a left downwind departure to the east.
346 Charlie Papa, follow my ground runway 24, taxi via Alpha.
Taxi 24 via Alpha, 6 Charlie Papa.
Alright, we're at 2,000. We're going to go to our left mag, and we're looking for a small drop in RPM. Engine continues running smooth. We'll go to our right mag. Still got a small drop in RPM. Engine's running smooth. Pressures and temperatures still look good. We'll go back to both. Climbs back up again, pressures, temperatures all look good. We have vacuum pressure, we have amperage, plenty of fuel in our left tank and our right tank. Engine temperature looks good, fuel flow is right normal where it should be. I'm gonna retard this to idle. Alright, no stutters and hiccups down at idle, back up to 1,000. Okay, and then I guess we can test this as well, make sure that all our emergency lights work, and they do, so that looks good. So our run-up check is complete. We're going to do a notch of flaps for takeoff. Our fuel pump is on, our mixture is full rich. Let's check our transponder. Turn all our lights on for takeoff. Turn this to on and altitude, and they want us to do mode C in the client. Doesn't seem to be letting me do that. Okay, we'll see if they say something. All right.
Palomar Tower, Cessna 346, Charlie Papa, holding short 24 Alpha 1, requesting a left downwind departure to the east.
346 Charlie Papa, Palomar Tower, left downwind departure approved, runway 24, cleared for takeoff.
It's 118.5.
Runway 24, clear for takeoff, Charlie Papa.
118.5. Okay.
Lindbergh Tower 3 Delta Alpha, located runway 27 via Charlie 4, heading to Atlantic.
Number 3 Delta Alpha, taxi via Charlie to the ramp, monitor ground 123.9.
Via Charlie to the ramp and monitor ground 123.9, I think 3 Delta Alpha.
Guess we'll move forward, maybe it'll see us. Two six right. That's where they told us to be. So we'll put there. Okay, we'll make a call. Chino ground, Cessna 4523 November, holding short of 26 right, ready for takeoff.
23 November, Roger, you change the tower frequency on your own when you're ready. Have a good day.
23 November, switching tower. Thank you, you two. All right, we'll switch over to tower. We're up with them. Chino Tower, Cessna 4523 November, holding short 26 right, ready for takeoff.
4523 November, Chino Tower, runway 26 right, cleared for takeoff, proceed on course.
Clear for takeoff, proceed on course for 23 November. Right. So, take a quick look out the, oops. Quick look out the right, looks good, out the left, looks good. Looking out the windows kind of sucks, so we'll pretend we're doing it for real.
Mojave Tower, Cessna 1621 Mike is 3 miles out for 08.
Coming forward.
Number 1621 Mike, runway 8, clear to land when you call. Clear to land, runway 8, 1621 Mike.
Bracket Tower, Cessna 365 Echo Sierra 5 to the northeast, landing with Yankee.
Number 365 Echo Sierra, Bracket Tower, Roger. Enter right downwind. Correction, enter right base, runway 26 right.
Right, 2350 RPM.
Right base, 26 right for 365 Echo Sierra.
Temperature looks good, pressure looks good. Our takeoff trim is set. We're at 60 knots, we'll start to pull. And we're off. A little bit of wind there.
Airborne time log.
Okay. Start setting trim for 70 knots. He did clear us on course, so as soon as we're over the departure end, we can start our turn. Switch this up. And it's a turn just to the left, so let's start that. Now, one thing that I didn't do before this flight is do a good recon of our route, taking a look at height of the mountaintops. I made that mistake flying in this area
San Luis ground, November 164 Delta Whiskey, transient parking. Request taxi south departure with Oscar.
Alright, 164 Delta Whiskey, San Luis ground, runway 29er, taxi via Alpha.
29er via Alpha, November 164 Delta Whiskey.
Okay, we want to hold it force of 208, we said, so let's...
Number 5 Echo Sierra, runway 26 right, clear to land.
Good to land, 26 right, 26 Echo Sierra.
Yeah, so we're heavy, so we're really not climbing that fast, not accelerating that fast. I probably should have looked at the mountains. We could have taken off a little bit lighter. It's okay. We have no issues clearly. So if I zoom in on our route here, don't see any more mountain ranges between us and where we're going, so I think we're okay. I think I'm going to level off at 2,000 feet here because I don't know what other kind of stuff we're flying through. We're waiting for them to hand us over.
For 21 Mike, taxi via Charlie to the ramp, remain this frequency. I've updated your rating. Have a good day. Via Charlie to the ramp, thank you very much. System 161 Mike.
San Luis Tower, November 164 Delta Whiskey, holding short, runway 29.
164 Delta Whiskey, San Luis Tower, runway 29 are cleared for takeoff. Proceed on course.
29, takeoff, proceed on course, November 164 Delta Whiskey.
Contact SoCal approach.
Number 5 Echo Sierra, say attentions.
We're waiting to get handed off to them.
I'll be heading back out, departure to the northeast for 26 Echo Sierra.
Number 5 Echo Sierra, roger, runway 26 right, taxi via November Alpha.
Alright, 26 right via November Alpha, 26 Echo Sierra.
Turn our fuel pump off and clean out our fuel.
Runway clearance, Cessna 27 Juliet Papa, IFR to Catalina with Sierra.
Number 27 Juliet Papa, runway clearance, clear to Santa Catalina Airport. After departure, flighting 240. Expect radar vectors to Seal Beach and then as filed. Maintain 2,000. Expect 4,000 in 5 minutes. Departure frequency is 128.1. Squawk 2155.
Clear to the Catalina Airport on departure flight heading 240, vector Steel Beach, then is filed 2,000, then 4,005, 128.1, 2155 on the box, Cessna 27 Juliet Papa.
November 7 Juliet Papa, read back correct.
Chino Tower, Cessna 4523, November, requesting frequency change.
23 November, frequency change approved.
Approved, 4523 November. Right, we'll contact SoCal approach.
John Lane cleared, Cessna 27 Juliet Papa. Are we in an eastern flow or western flow right now?
Number 2 Juliet Papa, say again.
Just inquiring if we're in an eastern flow or a western flow right now. I noticed you gave me the heading 240, but I think we're in an eastern flow based on ATIS.
John Wayne is departing runway 2 left.
Climb and maintain 10,000, 053.
SoCal approach, Cessna 4523 November 3000.
Number 246 November Delta is 3 miles from Silex, turn right, heading 060, maintain 3,600 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS, runway 8 approach.
Turn right, heading 360, and we'll maintain 3,600 until established and cleared for the ILS. Localizer runway 600 Delta.
Let's just make sure. John Wayne.
Number 6 November Delta, keep the turn coming, heading 110.
110, 600 Delta.
So their approach. Approach frequency is 1213, which is what we have in there. Maybe I just made a shitty call. So we're currently 10 to the north. Transition to the southwest. SoCal approach, Cessna 4523 November.
4523 November, SoCal approach.
Cessna 4523 November is currently 10 miles to the north of John Wayne at 3000. Like to transition the airspace to the southwest.
4523 November, squawk 7017.
7017 for 4523 November. Squawking it. Let's see.
We're 4523 November, your radar contact. 8 miles north of John Wayne Airport. And looks like your transponder just turned off, but you're already in violation of the John Wayne Class Charlie airspace at 3000. Just be aware of that in the future, and southbound transitions approved, altimeter 3009.
Understood. Apologies for that. Issues with the transponder. Thank you.
The transponder's back off now.
All right, we'll give it a try again. 4523 November. approach. Cessna 4523 November, just confirmed. You see the transponder?
Affirmative.
Thank you.
We're 246 November Delta, contact Burbank Tower 118.7.
Contact Tower 118.7, 600 Delta.
All right, well, yep, we didn't recon the route enough, so we just barely encroached on their Class C airspace, so yeah, this is why we do it in the simulator before we do it in the real life. I saw we were kind of encroaching, that too screwed up with the whole altimeter thing and radios. This is why we practice. Okay, so let's get on our course here. Hold that. So right off our nose is the destination we're going to. We'll shoot for shoot for 3,000 feet. So hold that. Actually, it looks like that's not. It's probably an airplane.
We're 3211 Echo, you're 5 miles from Vida, turn right, heading 240, maintain 3,800 until established on the localizer. Cleared localizer, runway 27 approach.
That's what we need to fly for.
Right to 240, maintain 3,800 until established, cleared for the localizer 27, 3211 Echo.
Here we go, 207. Okay, let's see if we can use the autopilot. So tons of altitude, clouds, ground. Okay, we want heading mode. We want 3,000 feet. Hold that. I'm going to maintain this altitude just since we've cleared his airspace and we'll start flying. Alright, looks like we have 22 minutes to go in route. Once we're clear his airspace, we can probably get some tunes going. We're not going to do any kind of flight following. If we have any issues in flight, we'll make sure that we have the altitude to get to Catalina Island here. So we won't have to talk to anybody. We should be good to listen to some music. had to know we were going to get yelled at our first time on the PilotEdge Network.
Departure, Cherokee November 57 Echo Foxtrot, 2000 to 9500.
Number 587 Echo Foxtrot, Bakersfield departure, radar contact.
Radar contact, 7 Echo Foxtrot.
Number 20143, contact SoCal approach 135.4.
135.4 at 1.3. SoCal approach, Cirrus 143 with you, 10,000.
Number 20143, SoCal approach. Advise when you get the weather at San Bernardino. Expect ILS runway 6 approach.
Alright, we have information Zulu on board and we'll expect the ILS. Runway 6, Cirrus 143.
Number 4523 November, radar service is terminated. Squawk VFR, frequency change approved.
Squawking VFR, Cessna 4523 November, thanks for the help. Alright, we got VFR. Let's see if we can change this guy. No, that's why we're just speed. Yeah, I do not know how to use this. 500 feet per minute. Let's try that. To the right just a little bit. Keep ourselves pointed at this island here. Right, we got 110 knots going with our 500 feet per minute rate of climb. I think we can jump over and listen to some tunes. Alright, so we'll get ATIS when we're within about 15 or so. What does it say? San Clemente. Let's see. We're gonna get their ATIS. They do have an approach frequency.
Bakersfield departure, Beechcraft 510 Bravo Juliet is climbing to 1500.
We're 510 Bravo Juliet, Bakersfield departure, radar contact.
Radar contact 510 Bravo.
We can tune up Catalina as we move within 5.
November 3211 Echo, contact Lindbergh Tower 118.3.
18.3, 11 Echo.
November 20143, did you want the full approach or vectors to final?
Oh, we can take vectors final for 143.
Lindbergh Tower, Skyhawk 3211 Echo, at 1,800 for localizer 27.
Skyhawk 3211 Echo, Lindbergh Tower, runway 27, clear to land.
Runway 27 clear.
Then we can also tune up. So we are outside of files. We'll tune up ATIS 2686. It's like a uniform ATIS frequency. That's a uniform. So maybe we'll get ATIS from Catalina. They have 120675. That's not going to work. It might just be scrap and ATIS. Not hearing anything. Alright, looks like we got about 28 miles to go until San Clemente. Without ATIS from up here. Okay, we'll start tuning up their approach. 12705.
5000, expect after departure. Departure frequency 125.9, squawk 30 full time, and altitude actually maintain 6000 initial.
November 796, Tango Mike, cleared to Palm Springs. On departure, fly heading 240, radar vectors for missed, I got vector 5 and missed 2 digits after that.
Right, we got 1275, and then we'll also get tower in there. 12675. San Clemente Tower, San Clemente approach. And we're at 24. Up on 7,500 here, so we can just hold that altitude. All right, let's make a call. Clemente approach, Cessna 4523 November. That's what we got. We got tower 12675. It's probably not. Part of the network. Get about 10, we'll start our descent. 7 minutes to go. This guy. Dumps us like that. Again. Okay, there it is. Okay, so we got 16 to go. Try to make a call again. Clemente approach, Cessna 4523 November. Right, let's tune up the control tower. It says 12675, that's what we have in standby. Wish that worked, it doesn't. 12675. San Clemente Tower, Cessna 4523 November. Okay, I think we're going to make calls in the blind. Start setting ourselves up. We'll turn the fuel pump on. Go down here. Mixture full rich. %. We're all secure. 12 miles out. San Clemente traffic, Cessna 4523 November, approximately 12 miles to the northeast. Inbound for landing. Requesting traffic advisories, landing direction, San Clemente. Okay, autopilot's coming off. And we'll start at the center. Set ourselves San Clemente traffic, Cessna 4523 November is on a 4-mile final for runway 24 at 1,500 San Clemente. Start slowing ourselves back. First we're looking for 100 knots. Some flaps. Wow, it's kind of windy.
Landing time logged.
A little rough there. Start rolling it out. Airport tag. Looks like we need to turn to the left. Across the grass because it's a simulator and we can't. It says there's a passenger terminal over here. Not quite sure. I believe that. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Oh, looks like there's some life over there. Fuel truck, maybe? Alright, we're on the ground. I'm going to kill the fuel pump. Clean up the engine flaps coming up. Or clean up the airframe. Like we're in the right place. I see a refuel truck over there. Let's see. Just kind of cutting our way across. Who needs lines? Where we're going, we don't need lines. If I had to guess, I'm thinking that's the fuel plant right there. in it. We only broke a few rules, only pissed off ATC a little bit. I think we're good. Let's shut it down. So look down here. We already cleaned ourselves up. Let's set the trap. So fuel pump's off. We can start turning some lights off. We can turn everything off but the beacon. We didn't talk to anybody on the way in here. We didn't talk to ground. Hopefully we didn't piss anybody else off. We landed with still got 75% fuel in our left and right tanks, which is what we were expecting. So let's keep shutting it down. All right, all our lights are off. We can turn the avionics off. All right, pull the mixture.
Engine off time log.
Master switch.
Flight is finished. It has been monitored by OnAir.
Well, OnAir sounds happy with what we did. Let's go back to OnAir and see what it says. Oh, that's a good sound. That sounds like we achieved level 3. Heck yeah. That's even with busting the Class C airspace and pissing off ATC. Okay, well, I think we're going to call that it for our flight. I appreciate you guys for joining me. Oh, look at this, comfort bonus. We obtained the comfort bonus. All rules were expected. What's it say? Information. Doesn't want to give us. Safety bonus. All rules were followed, respected. Aircraft handling bonus. So apparently this thing doesn't care about what you do with air traffic control, whether or not you fly into airspace without clearance or not. But all right, so it looks good. Thank you guys again for following me, coming along with the flight. The simulator didn't crash. That's a good thing. What else? That was the first flight on PilotEdge, so everything there works. We only made a couple people mad. No big deal. We saved some room for improvement there. We have our 2 instrument panel monitors working. That's a first. Before we were having issues getting 2 instrument panel monitors working. So that's good news. Yeah, I think today was a victory overall. Let's see how long this video was. An hour and 20 minutes. Well, I apologize for that. Thanks for coming along for the flight. I hope you had fun, learned something, learned what not to do when you're flying in congested air. So I think the big takeaway is do a good route recon before you fly. As you saw, I kind of ran into who the heck am I supposed to be talking to right now. It was listed on the chart. I tuned it up. Wasn't getting a response, probably because I made a crappy radio call. Didn't say the right things, so they just ignored me altogether. So that made me second guess it. So then I went and pulled up the approach plates for John Wayne to make sure that I had their approach frequency correct. That told me that I was on the correct frequency. So we made the call on the right frequency the first time. We just didn't say the right stuff, so they ignored us. So that was my bad. Lesson learned, won't do that again. That's one of the things when you're flying in airspace that you don't know well. Yeah, you gotta do a good map recon so you know you're not going to be doing that in the real world. But it's a simulator, we can kind of wing it a little bit. Clearly they weren't super happy, but it's the way it goes. It's a learning platform, we'll say. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for joining. Talk to you next time. Bye.